The ongoing crisis of foster children housed in state office buildings for days or weeks at a time. It's now under investigation by the newly elected Kentucky auditor. It's a situation we first told you about last year. In a troubleshooter investigation, hundreds of cases where foster kids were being forced to sleep in offices in state parks, even hospital emergency rooms.
That's what the public knows, but a state leader says the situation is actually worse. Wave News reporter Lena Noakes is live in Frankfurt with more.
John Myra, the Cabinet of Health and Family Services, faces a serious problem when it comes to temporary housing for foster kids that has only gotten worse. The state auditor's investigation is already showing early signs that the full extent of that problem has yet to be uncovered. In 2023, a Wave troubleshooters investigation revealed nearly 200 foster kids were being housed in state offices, parks, and emergency rooms while Family Services waited for a permanent solution.
I knew it was an issue a couple of years ago, and I was really hopeful that it was an issue that was resolved.
But just months into her new role as auditor, Allison Ball began to learn that wasn't the case as complaints began to pour in.
But I can tell you that the numbers are greater than the number you just mentioned just now. You said 200. It's a greater number than that. And it has been ongoing for over 2 years. So that's a bad enough picture. It's a serious enough picture to really emphasize why this is important for us to investigate.
Early indications are that the Cabinet for Health and Family Services has placed foster kids in office buildings, not just a few days, but in some cases, weeks.
It's one thing to say it's a problem. It's another thing to act on it. And that's what we've got to do.
Terry Brooks works closely with those children and families in foster care. He says Frankfurt has to begin serious, well-funded, creative solutions.
We as a state just have to get real that for young people who have lots of trauma, they've got lots of challenges, it's hard to meet their needs. That does not come cheap. And so we're going to have to put our budget where our mouth is.
Among many state build dedicated for temporary placement that aren't an office desk.
They're almost temporary holding shelters. Now, that's not for long. That's not a permanent solution, but it does address that kid sleeping under the desk issue,
which is still unclear to fix. Figure it out.
These are kids that we as a society owe an obligation to help them and protect them, do everything we can to restore them, and we really have to get these situations fixed. This needs to stop.
Ball is not yet giving a deadline for when this investigation needs to be wrapped up. She wants it to be a thorough one. She is hoping, however, to have some results for lawmakers in case they need to take action in the next legislative session. We've also reached out to the cabinet for comment, but have not heard back yet at this point. Reporting live in Frankfurt, Alina Noakes, Wave News.
All right, thank you, Alina.